Hello, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be focusing on the predictions for the semifinal games. Okay, let's start off with France against Spain, which is going to happen today. So, the thing about this game is that before this game's going to happen, I'm pretty sure it was like yesterday or a couple days ago, a lot of not tension, but like things leading up to this game make it so fun, like when the time comes to watch, because Lamine Yamal said in like an interview or things like that France should be scared of Spain. That is something that this teenager has said, and a lot of people across like social media and things are talking about how, is he getting overconfident? Is his ego kicking in? Some stuff like that. And then when he and Nico Williams were on a podcast, they were talking about how, France have never really beaten them yet, this side of Spain, with Yamal, with Oyarzabal, because obviously, Spain beat France in the Euros. So, yeah, is this a sign of overconfidence? Ego, perhaps? I don't know. So, anyway, now let's focus on what's gonna happen in this game. Um, you know, this side is literally dynamite for France. Doué, he is an excellent dribbler. Olise, he picks his head up. He knows how to turn very well on like the midfielders, and he knows how to get forward, move the ball up, and find the space to pass the ball and stuff like that. He's basically a maestro. Mbappe, he's really good. He knows how to score. He knows where he wants to put the ball and things like that. Very fast, technical. And then Dembele, he's a very good finisher. Honestly, he he knows where he wants the ball. He knows how to score from outside the box, things like that. The only issue that I have with this French team is the side of Dembele, Chouameni, Kunde, and Upamecano. This side I'm a bit concerned about because if Spain tend to attack on this end of the field, for example, Upamecano and Kunde are not really that good. Compared to like what people would expect from a French team, they're not really that good. And I also don't really rate Rabiot. I think Rabiot and Upamecano are the two worst players on the team. I think the problem that I have with Rabiot is that he doesn't do anything. Like he doesn't provide anything or like any stuff that France might need help with in the team. Like, some people say if he gets a red card, it's not going to make a difference. I think it will make a difference. Um, I just think that, because he's in a French team with all these great stars, it looks like he's good. And then if we shift over to the Spain side, Oyarzabal has been absolutely amazing. And also, also has been amazing? If we go over to Spain, it doesn't show the lineup here. Anyway, Spain have had a very good Mikel Merino. He's scored a late winner against Belgium. Sorry, Belgium. That was a very bad mistake from Lamens. And also, he made a last minute goal against Portugal. So he's kind of like that super sub for Spain, which could help them. Yamal, he's been, a lot of people say he hasn't been playing that good. I'll give the teenager some time. And then obviously this side, Ruiz injured for most of the season. Cucurella, um, he's been somewhat decent. He knows how to shield the ball and stuff, which will help them. Um, Overall, if I had to predict, I'm gonna go 2-1 France. I think France is gonna win by two. Spain is gonna score a goal though. So now let's get into England against Argentina. Um, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of people saying about the cable, that England kind of like were a bit, the refs were a bit biased and stuff like that. A lot of people saying that when the goalie hit the ball hit like a cable, like a camera cable, and that redirected the ball downwards, and that led to a goal. That's like some controversy, I guess. Things like that. Anyway, so England against Argentina is gonna be a very, very good game. One, these two teams are very similar skill level. If I'm gonna be honest, um, here's the thing. I'm gonna be honest. Like Argentina, the problem with them is they've had too many extra times. Like they always try to play it to full time, but it never works out. They always went to extra time. Cape Verde, Argentina. I mean, not Argentina, Egypt, and now Switzerland. That's three in a row in knockout stages as well. And it's that kind of consistency in going to extra time that's gonna really like, it might actually cost them against England if England can capitalize, and you know get their chances out, try and create some stuff. They can definitely win this game. I think Argentina though, the only problem that I have with Argentina is that, like, it's kind of in like it's kind of like a blockbuster right now, because these people, like for example Fernandez, Paredes, especially him, he fouls a lot and creates a lot of challenges. Argentina overall, they play very dirty, they're very aggressive, and the issue that I have with them playing England is that they can seriously bully this England side. And the only person that I see surviving their kind of massacre is Bellingham. I don't really see anyone else surviving, if I'm gonna be honest. And also Argentina, they have a very good kind of tactical maneuver in trying to get into people's heads psychologically. Like for example, obviously Emi Martinez knows how to do it probably the best out of anyone. But they're so good at mentally manipulating the other team. And for example, against Egypt, right? They manipulated them because they were down by two. Okay. And then after that, in the last 10 minutes, they scored three. So that kind of manipulation in like tiring the other team or making them think that they won is like basically their prestige. And they're very good at that. On England's side, it's been very, very interesting because they, like, Bellingham scores, right? Obviously. And then Kane in the past two games has not been that much like helpful in the team. He's not really created too many chances, shots on goal, stuff like that. He's gonna need to do better against this Argentina team. You know, technically speaking, Argentina have not played a top 10 team yet. This is their first matchup against a top 10 team. So if England can get this game going, and Thomas Tuchel, the manager for England, right here, he said that the game against Norway was lucky. It was a lucky win. Um, that's how he saw it in his eyes. Um, yeah, Pickford, I don't really like Pickford. He's not very good for the team. I feel England have not had a very good history of making goalkeepers, and this back line needs some fixing. I mean, Stones, Guehi, Konsa, They cause too much chaos. They don't know how to really play clean and stuff like that. And yeah, that could possibly cost them. But Declan Rice, amazing. Saka, amazing. He knows how to get his head up where he wants the ball, things like that. Gordon too. He always attacks at this lane, probably because he's in this position. But he's very well at trying to get the ball. He sees it, envisioning, then pass here, goal, something like that, kind of a simulation. Anyway, my thoughts and predictions. I think that this game's going to end 3-2 Argentina. Argentina are going to win by 3. This is going to be a very close game in my eyes. I think it's going to be high scoring as well. All right. So that's my thoughts and predictions for the semifinal games of this World Cup. We'll keep you updated on other things that happen during this World Cup and when it ends, the final, things like that. So, yeah, peace.